What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliott Delp, and today we're going to be doing a review on this Bear Creek Arsenal A2 upper receiver. Should be a good little video, so let's get right into it. So, like I said before the intro rolled, this is going to be a review of the A2 upper receiver from Bear Creek Arsenal. And kind of before we get into it, I would like to say thank you to Bear Creek for sending it out to the channel for a review. If you want to pick one of these up, head on over to the link that's in my description. It'll take you to my website. There you can find a link to Bear Creek's website, and if you decide to pick one of these up on Bear Creek's website, use code DELP to get you free shipping. But I'd also like to shout out True Shot Gun Club. They're one of the supporters of the channel. They provide me with ammunition for firearms reviews, so I would like to shout them out. They're doing a ton of different stuff in November. Every Friday they're running a different sale. They're also on my website, so make sure to check them out. They're really good ammo prices there, so give them a look. So without further ado, let's get right into the review of this upper receiver. As previously mentioned, this is the A2 upper receiver from Bear Creek Arsenal. It is chambered in 5.56 and runs about $289, give or take. You will hear me throughout the video refer to it as a sub $300 upper receiver. Now, I'm not saying that it's $289 at the time of you're watching it. Prices vary. It's just how the market goes. You'll notice all kinds of gun manufacturers change their prices religiously. So it might be less, it might be more, but it'll be around that $300 mark. So I'm going to detach the upper from the lower because this is not a complete firearms review. I did run everything on this Anderson A2 lower receiver right here, but for the most part, this is just about this upper. So without further ado, let's go over the specs of the upper. After I do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it performed and then kind of where I think it fits in the grand scheme of things. So this is the A2 upper. You get a charging handle and bolt carrier group. Both are produced by Bear Creek Arsenal. You get the carry handle, which is pretty cool. It does have sights on it. And it is removable, so if we flip this around here, you have these two knobs right here that just unscrew. There goes the carry handle, and you have a flat top upper receiver. This makes it nice if you want to mount an optic, whatever you want to do with it. I ran just the carry handle for the duration of my testing just because it was different, it was new, I've never had anything like this. Moving down, you have the heat shield handguard, very standard handguard. Then you have the fixed front sight post, and that is also the gas block. This is a rifle length gas system. Moving further down, you have what is the exposed part of the barrel. This is a phosphate covered barrel. It's black, very standard, very normal. This is a 1 in 7 twist. This is the heavy barrel, and this upper is pretty heavy, not gonna lie. If I can find the stat for the actual weight, I'll pop it up somewhere above. But anyway, this is, like I said, 1 in 7 twist, 5.56, heavy barrel, and then very end of it, you have the A2 flash hider. And that's pretty much the specs of this upper. I mean, it's very run-of-the-mill, very standard, nothing crazy. And for sub $300, you really can't expect a ton of bells and whistles on it. I wouldn't be expecting like a free-floated handguard or, I don't know, any type of special sights or anything. I mean, it's sub $300. This is a very budget A2 upper receiver. If you're looking for like super high-end, this is probably not it. Alright, So let's talk about how it performed out on the range. So here we've had this upper for about a month now. We've probably run 200-300 rounds through it, just enough to start really breaking it in, and it's ran really well. We had some, like when we ran the first mag through it, it didn't hold the bolt open. That was the only problem we've had with it. After that, after we started shooting it a little bit more, it did work in really well, and it performed very nice, especially for $300. I was a little skeptical, honestly. I've heard a lot of negative things about Bear Creek Arsenal, and after getting this out, I think my opinions have definitely been changed. It's just one of those things. You see a ton of, PSA is bad for it. Tons of other gun companies are. You hear like the budget stuff is bad. Well, I haven't had any problems with it so far, and I think it's done pretty good. We did run about a 2 to almost 3 MOA in terms of the groups. Not PSA. Bear Creek Arsenal does recommend using a 69 or 77 grain. I think it's a nozzler bullet. We didn't have any of that here. We were running basically just the standard. I think it's M193. I think it was a Gula, and then something else, Wolf Gold. That's what we ran for the testing. And we ran some Wolf Steel case as well, and Tula. It all performed about the same in terms of just, it was a very standard AR-15. It wasn't like a tack driver by any means, but it performed well and shot good. So that's kind of how it performed on the range. Now, where does it fit in terms of your gun safe? Why would you buy this upper receiver? So the biggest reason I feel like I would pick up this personally, and if I was to pick up one personally, this is probably one that I would go for. The clone-ish look. I know by no means is this a clone upper. It's not a clone upper at all. I'm not saying it would even remotely fit into that category. But if you want something kind of that resembles an M16, this is something you can pull for, an M4, whatever you want to call it. Because like I said, it's not an actual M16 upper. It's a Bear Creek Arsenal upper with a bolted on carry handle on top of a flat top. So, but it does have that look. It does resemble in a way that type of older military style rifle, and I think that's really where it fits. It's not a, I guess, high speed low drag rifle. It's very heavy. It's not a light thing. It's not a tack driver, at least in my experience it's not, but it's a good shooter. So I'd pick it up if you want to have a good rifle to have fun with. It's reliable. Some people might use it for self-defense. I wouldn't say this is my go-to self-defense rifle, but it does serve a purpose, and it's really nice to look at, really nice to shoot, nice little conversation piece. So that is where I feel like it fits in the gun safe. So I think that about does it for the video. I would like to ask you guys to please check me out on Instagram. I post a ton of gun stuff there, whether that be from awesome photos to deals. I like to post a lot of deals in my stories, so check me out there. Really recommend it. Also, big thank you to Bear Creek Arsenal for sending this upper out. It really means a lot. I really appreciate it. Like I said, code DELP if you want to get some free shipping at checkout. Also, big thank you to True Shot Gun Club. They do support the channel. They send out ammunition for reviews, so big shout out to them. They are also at my website, so go check them out as well. But other than that, I think that about does it for the video. I will see you guys on the next one. As always, take someone outdoors. Peace.